Morena, and welcome to Day 2 of New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships Division 2. We are super excited to be here in sunny Papamoa again and to bring you a game between AUUC Flash starting on offense against AXIOM. AUUC Flash is a team of newish players, which is really exciting to see, and they're coming out against AXIOM, who have got some players from Christchurch, some players of Auckland. This tournament has actually been their first time playing together. So it'll be exciting to see how they've built their team culture and chemistry, having only just met.
It does seem like quite a mix of what's happening on field. One thing that I did hear from from AXIOM is that despite the fact that they've only been playing some of these players together for the very, very first time this tournament, they've been forming some great connections though. So we're looking forward to seeing that on field. Here with Amelia Mance, my commentator in the booth, co-commentator, and I'm Beck Soper. Looking forward to seeing some good Frisbee in these absolutely pristine conditions out here. It is beautiful.
Absolutely. We had lots of wind yesterday, but today is still and sunny, and the pull is up.
There's not even a breath of wind out here. Good snag.
Seeing a zony look from Flash.
Out the gate.
AXIOM looking comfortable moving it through their handlers and then finding space downfield.
They're finding a lot of flow here.
Yeah, they're working it really well.
Hunting for the D down from their downfield zone D player. She was looking very interested in taking a piece of that.
Goes backwards, but immediately gains more distance by going across the field.
This is some just beautiful zone O.
You can definitely see that AXIOM have the patience working it around. They're not afraid to go backwards if they need to.
They might be getting a little bit excited for the zone.
Here we go.
Looking.
Just on the end zone line.
Oh! Point has been
Clever
signaled
footwork
from number 14 on AXIOM.
Bradley Moore.
And the assist from number 1. We don't have all the numbers here in the booth, so we won't be able to get everyone's name quite right, but that's some fantastic and smooth offense. And that's a clean hold for AXIOM in their first point. We've heard from the coaches and Flash that this is their team, all of their entire roster. It is their very, very first nationals ever, which is absolutely huge. Fantastic to see so many new people coming into the sport, and can't wait to see what they do on offense in this point here. I'm hoping to see some really, really big puts from both teams, just given conditions are beautiful for hucking. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the defense tries to shut that down if it does start coming out. What are you looking forward to seeing, Amelia?
I think, like you said, I think these still conditions are really going to be... I'm on mute. Here we go, the pull is up. We've got Flash playing looks like a horizontal stack, so that will give them lots of space downfield if they do want to huck it. And we're seeing a zony look from
AXIOM. Yep.
From AXIOM.
Number 66 with the disc, Ivy Chang. Moving nicely through all their different handlers. Oh, and that's
and
a
it goes
nice
up.
over
That's
the top.
beautiful.
Beautiful vision.
Comfortably back to the handlers,
straight
sneaking
back
it into the corner.
Number 53 for the score. That is Nikita Morturo. Fantastic work. Beautiful way to hold space in that zone. Just seeing where she'd be free, dishing it off and immediately going to the zone.
Yeah, and a beautiful high put to get it over the top of the Axiom defense, gaining lots of meters downfield really quickly.
Beautiful vision from the handlers, and that's what we love to see for zone offense. I believe it's the second women's point, female matchup point. Yep. The flash coaches signaling that quite strongly, looking for their subs. What a grab!
Yeah. I think it's really cool to see such a new team looking so comfortable and relaxed, playing around a zone. They definitely were very happy just moving it between their handlers, waiting for those holes to open up, waiting to find that space downfield. And I think that's quite rare from a new team. Often a zone can put a lot of pressure on. Teams can get flustered very easily if they're not that experienced playing against zone. So that's awesome to see from Flash.
Yep. I think we're going to see a lot more over-the-top puts, going over the top of those zony defense looks, just because conditions are so nice. Nothing's going to stop handlers who've got a little bit of experience from throwing it over the top. I'm expecting to see some hammers, some scubas, and more of those slightly bladey forehands.
Absolutely. Here we go. Axiom signaling they're ready, just waiting for the Flash coaches to get off the field. Number
76 with the pull, that's Gotami Sitambara. Fantastic. There's a hand. Here we go.
We're interesting to see if they come down in their zone.
Beautiful
given
pull.
that Axiom looked very comfortable moving around it, finding the holes.
Sneaks just over half. And the handlers start moving it straight away. Beautiful. Oh, we have an unnumbered Credo player. Can't get your name, unfortunately. And a big hut goes up. We love
huge.
to see it.
There's Axiom underneath it.
Beautiful read. That man's got a library card.
Nice read. Brings it down very comfortably.
Number 85. Don't have all the names for the Axiom players, unfortunately, but that was fantastic. Fantastic reading from him.
Here we go. We'll see that put again. Goes up, sits nice and flat. Easily read. Brought down by Axiom.
Beautiful box, just holding the defensive player just out of the space that the disc was coming down in. So fantastic work from him. And the person who threw that was actually one of their Auckland players, Boominath, and I think that we'll see a lot more of him on field in terms of putting up some ambitious puts and playing strong defense from what I've seen in some of the pool play games that Axiom's had.
Flash now, if they want to keep it neck and neck, they'll be looking for a hold this point.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but have there been no turnovers so far this game?
I think you're right. I think there haven't been turnovers. Both teams looking very comfortable working around the other team's zone.
Clean points from both teams. 3 points into the game. That's absolutely stellar for a Div 2 game. We love it. Here we go. Big send. And it's up. Nice pull.
That's a beautiful pull.
Lots of float.
Here come Axiom. They're looking like they're setting up in that arrowhead zone. It's still quite flat on the handlers. They want to make those swings hard.
That's Owen McGrath, number 84.
Nice quick movement from the Flash players trying to work it before that wedge can set. There's lots of space in the middle of the field, but no receivers there.
Moves it to number 2, Cromwell Pelican. Oh, beautiful movement
nice
right
over
the
the
shoulder.
head. Oh, and it goes up again. It's a little low.
But Boominath says no. Looking for
Axiom
85.
now capitalizing on this turnover, moving really quickly.
Oh, she's going. He's got a downfielder. Oh, not coming though. Oh, Boominath takes a bit of a slip on the ground.
Nice float into space, just leading the receiver right to where they want it. It goes up.
Valentini sends it.
Oh!
Number 14 with a great read.
Brought down. He's looking to the end zone. He wants to send it big. Finds a small pass.
Victoria King. Beautiful offense.
And that's the first break of the game, taking Axiom into the lead, 3-1.
Fantastic. 1 turnover out of 4 points so far.
And I think we really saw AXIOM make the most of that turnover, getting the disc, moving it immediately before Flash had a chance to realise what had happened and set their own defence.
And I think we'll see some more puts like that from AXIOM. Keese is one of their, she is an Auckland player, but she is one of their key handlers, I think, and does love to put it long. So can't wait to see some more of that.
It will be interesting to see what Flash does to try and stop those long puts. They can't leave them being uncontested. So whether they stick to a zone to have someone in that deep space at all times, or whether they go person defense just to try and match the AXIOM players with a bit of athleticism and a bit of speed, it will be interesting to see what they decide. We could even see a bracket or having the last defender just hanging back, watching that space.
Personally, I do love a bit of bracket defense. I think it's quite effective, especially in games like this where the weather is beautiful and there's no wind putting pressure on some of those throws. So it can be nice to just have people marking a little bit more in space than match.
And here we go. We've got AXIOM pulling out just a person defense. Oh, they were close to that one. Just goes up. It's a little high.
Can't quite clean it up.
Flash feeling the pressure. AXIOM now have the chance to get another break. Number 23 picking up the disc. He looks deep. It's not on.
That's Chris Rapson with the disc.
Finds a little
cheeky.
Oh, that looked out.
Yep,
and it's going to be called out. Flash now. They've got a chance to redeem themselves.
There was quite a lot of pressure.
Finds space up the line.
Oh, he's asking for it. Someone's asking for a deep.
Find someone on the sideline. Good movement, but they'll need to get off the sideline if they want to use the whole space.
Oh.
And it goes out again.
That's one of the key reasons that if you do get stuck on the sideline, you do want to try and ping it back to the middle of the field. Is just that you're essentially giving yourself half the amount of space to work with.
Flash now playing person defense. It looks like they're close on the shoulders of AXIOM. Nice hole through the middle.
Thread.
Number 1 looking deep. It goes up. Doesn't quite have the height.
Just not quite enough love on that disc. I like the vision though.
Here we go. Flash picking up. That's Amelia Varel and handling
for number 76.
Oh, and that was a block by AXIOM.
Huge.
We'll see that again. Was that a foot or a hand?
That looked like a foot.
Excellent foot block. Was that number 14, Bradley Moore?
Oh,
and they
beautiful.
send it long. It's sitting.
Hold your
There's
space.
2 players.
So
and that's great,
Oh,
D.
foul called.
No, a foul.
Number 9, Raja Iman boxes and then calls a foul on an aggressive defense play. We do love to see aggressive defense, but the rules are essentially whenever there is contact that stops a person from catching the disc, that's typically where it's a foul. So it seems like it's uncontested, so the person on defense has agreed that that did occur.
So the disc will come in on the end zone line.
So that's Iman with the disc. She's still looking down. Oh, looking middle.
Finds a reset.
Nice snag. Beautiful movement.
Oh,
from
she
our
looks for the
mystery
hammer.
player.
It goes up. Caught by number 21.
Wow.
And that's another point to AXIOM. That was
What a
May
snag.
Hayes with the catch.
What a snag. Someone tell them there's a sale on at Bunnings because that was an absolute snag.
AXIOM slowly extending more and more of a lead. It's 4-1 to them. Flash have had options and they are putting the pressure on and getting some turns. They just haven't quite been able to get it down to their own end zone. Maybe some nerves, maybe they're feeling the pressure now that AXIOM has a bit of a lead. But we'll be looking to see them keep their heads in the game, keep focused and really work on just 100% execution, picking the safe options.
And we have heard that Flash has had some injuries on their team. Their lady line in particular is looking a bit thinner than it was at the start of the tournament, which can put a lot of pressure on the remaining players to be able to work as hard as they would otherwise be on field. So it's always awful to hear that people have been injured during tournaments, but seeing them still working hard through it, pretty inspiring stuff.
Absolutely. We've got a hand from AXIOM. They're raring to go. Flash, their coaches are giving them a bit of a pep talk.
We love to see it. It's been exciting to see how many non-playing coaches are here at Div 2. It's something that I think in previous years most Div 2 teams haven't had the luxury of having. So fantastic that these players are getting a lot more support.
And that's Kisa Valentini with the pull. It goes up, it's floating nicely.
Just a little shade over halfway. Here we go. Who is picking up? 84. I believe that's me.
We've got AXIOM playing person defense.
Nice
And
look.
Flash
McGrath
setting
is
up
there.
in a horizontal. Could that mean they want to huck it deep?
McGrath versus Boominath. Let's go. This is a
They've
pretty
got a
key
poach
matchup.
woman in the middle by the looks of things.
Straight
Oh,
to-
and here we go. Brought down by number 85. That's Blake Knighton.
Do you know what? I hear he's a very, very young player. He's maybe one of the youngest players at the tournament.
Yeah, only 14, and what a we've already seen him getting involved in the game, getting that D. Good awareness there.
What a
Number
great
17 with the disc now. He's looking at the end zone. He wants to put it, finds a small pass, and here we go. It's in the end zone.
Oh, just out of reach.
Sails over the hands of number 9.
Iman. That was Lucas Tay to Raja Iman. Just missing the connection.
Here we go. Coming in the corner.
Nice fakes.
Looking to get it out into space. It goes high. Oh, and what a grab by number 70. Straight into the end zone.
That's Boominath to the youngest player, Mr. Knighton. Fantastic work.
We'll see that again. Just AXIOM putting loads of pressure on in the corner, not giving Flash a lot of space to throw into. The options are really just to go across right in front of their end zone. And unfortunately, that disc goes too high. It's brought down. AXIOM immediately adapt and send it straight to their end zone.
It was close to looking like
Look
a
at that
Callahan.
jump. He just gets so high to bring it down.
Looked very close to a Callahan from this angle, but obviously we don't have quite the same view as some of the people on field.
Timeout called by Flash. They're looking to regroup, reset. So we'll be back after the break. And we're back. Both teams still in their timeout huddles, figuring out what is coming next. AXIOM now have had 4 in a row. They're looking very comfortable. They've got some momentum behind them, so Flash needs to pull out something to stop that, to get themselves another point or two on the scoreboard.
I'd still say it's looking like quite a clean game so far. There's only usually, and the points that have been scored since those first 4, there's only 1 or 2, there's only been a few turnovers. Otherwise, so AXIOM has been scoring reasonably efficiently when they do get it.
Yeah. It's very exciting to see that both teams have got such nice flow between their players that they are able to see the option, make the throw, execute the throw, and score. Big cheer from AXIOM. They want to keep their heads up, keep putting that pressure on Flash. And Flash will really need to lift their energy, lift their intensity if they They want to keep their heads in the game, keep everyone motivated and working hard.
It is a female matchup point, so we will be seeing one of the female matchups pull. Oh.
It's just beautiful here in Papamoa this morning. There was heavy rain overnight, and in fact there's meant to be a heavy rain warning this morning, but knock on wood, we haven't seen any sign of it. It's sunny, it's still. Great conditions to be playing Frisbee in.
Ideal beach conditions as well, actually. And I'm sure that after these games, after all the hard work that some of these teams have done, some of them probably will be heading for a little break. We have one of the mystery AXIOM players pulling. No number on the back, but she's been quite pivotal in some of their offense so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really cool to see AXIOM really working it around their whole team, using all their players. And here we go, Flash finally coming out of their circle. Big cheer, they're ready to go, they're bringing some energy now.
Some players on the sideline only putting on sunblock just now. Maybe a little bit late for Cancer Society's liking, but I will advise everyone out here in the field today to slip, slop, slap and wrap. It is very hot out, and I've seen some wicked sunburns from the first day, and hopefully no one else is going to cop it a second time.
Yeah. Here we go, pull goes up, rolls nicely, gets almost the brick mark. AXIOM looking zony. Looks more like a cup than an arrowhead this time.
Oh, just out of the fingertips of Viral.
AXIOM once again. Quick turn, it goes high.
Oh, what a tip!
That's great D by number 2 from Flash. Cromwell Pelican. Great awareness to see someone going and just be there, get high, knock it away.
He peeled off immediately, marked the biggest threat in the zone, and that's what we love to see.
Super tactical play, exciting to see from such a new team. Oh, and that's a tip!
Double hands to it from AXIOM.
Number 1 with the first touch, and there's number 2 again. Bit too much.
Yeah, a little bit too close to each other, a little bit too much contact, but great awareness again to go for the second piece. Uncontested foul, yeah, by the looks of it. Yeah. Oh, good hand signals from one of the AXIOM players in the middle there. Here we go. Disc is coming back in. Boominath is calling for it. It's
lots
a bit
of
a
players
whirlpool.
around. There we go, they find the reset. Still right on the doorstep. Oh, and it goes
Number
easily
21.
in.
That's May Hayes.
Nice patience, just resetting it until they can get it to a handler. The handler finds someone in that front corner.
I think that's May Hayes' second point of the game.
I think you're right.
Handy in the zone. We love downfield players like that.
Yeah, look at her. She just sneaks past her defense. She's in the corner. No one near her. And that was from number 1, who's not on our list, but we've seen him get involved a lot. He was the one who got that first hand after Flash picked it up for the second time. So key player there. We'll have to get his name at half time. AXIOM now. 6-1.
AXIOM originally seeded, I think, 2 out of the entire tournament. So them coming into this game should be strong favourites. But I'm sure that some of the players who were involved in their original regional qualifier to get into into Div 2 will be maybe a little bit disappointed that didn't quite get out of pool play.
And here we go, we've got a hand from Flash. Boominath with the pull.
Huge.
That's nice, good height on that.
Lots of loft, perhaps not as much distance as he would have liked, but here we go.
Flash picking up. We're seeing the AXIOM zone. It's looking quite flat at the moment, but Flash find the holes in the middle. That's the risk if you put your marks too far on the handlers. You open up holes in the middle. And here we go, they've got two people attacking the middle space. That's good work from Flash. Didn't come off this time.
Beautiful!
Oh, what a D from number 9.
I believe that's Iman.
Raja Ines Iman. Great awareness and speed to get hands to that. Number 1 with the disc, looking for his reset. Fine 17. Back. Oh, here we go, it's up! That's Blake Knighton underneath. Oh, but number 1 coming in for the one-handed grab. Fantastic speed and what a dive.
Picking up discs left, right, and centre. Offense, defense. He's been a workhorse so far for AXIOM.
Absolutely. Looks like there's a bit of discussion on field about whether the game is to 15 or 13. Obviously that affects when half time is. Captains will need to work this out between them. Look at that dive though, one hand. That is class.
There's definitely still some moisture on field as he goes for an absolute slip and slide.
Looks like it's going to be half time, which means the game must be to 13. Exciting first half, and AXIOM really pulling ahead. We'll be watching the second half, eagerly seeing if Flash can make a comeback, or if this game is going to be an easy win for AXIOM. Although I'm sure AXIOM cannot let up any of the intensity they've brought throughout this game. We'll see you back after the break.
Do you want, I've got some tape. Do you want to tape it on which we're back?
of AXIOM playing AUUC Flash at NZ Mixed Ultimate Championships Division 2 Day 2. So far we've seen AXIOM take a convincing lead in the first half of the game. They've been using all their players, capitalising off some quick turns, and they've had some great D, including a foot block. Flash got a point on the board at the start, then struggled to find their flow, struggled against the intense AXIOM defense, so they'll be looking to put some more points on the board this second half.
I think we heard their coaches in the timeout at halftime just talking about being calm, having fun, making sure that they're using all their players and all the space that's available. Because despite the fact that AXIOM zone is quite good, it's strong for defense, I think that there are still spots that Flash can look to hit over the top in particular. So looking forward to seeing a little bit more of that in the second half.
Yeah, what I've noticed is AXIOM likes to have their front three up really close on the handlers, and that is leaving space in the middle that Flash have seen but haven't quite been able to hit yet. So hopefully that's something they can adapt to this half.
As we know that this is every single Flash player's first time at a Nationals tournament, coming fresh off a University Nationals campaign. Seeing them sort of stretch themselves a little bit, try out some different throws, particularly to get it over the top of that zone, would be good to see. I am really enjoying their pool noodles that they're working all around the sidelines. I'm sure the camera will see them at some point, but they are just...
Here we go, pull, caught. Good quick movement by Flash. We love to see them getting the disc going before that zone can set and bite down.
That's McGrath.
Finds a swing, not without significant pressure from Aman on that.
Good
now
grab.
They've broken through. It goes deep.
It's huge.
That's a huge putt. There's Boomenath to come down with it for AXIOM. Looks like he's caught the ankle of a Flash player.
Can't quite see who from here, but it didn't look good. Not from this angle at any rate. Melody Young jogging on field. Flash coach.
Yeah, looks like he just caught his ankle or shin coming down.
14. Amiran.
He's got up. He's walking off. That's good to see.
Looks like the physio might be... Is it a physio? Perhaps...
I think there's discussion about whether it's a call.
Perhaps a foul call by the looks of it. And it could be if Boomenath was jumping backwards into the space that Amiran was already holding. That could be considered him trying to illegally take the space off Amiran. Boomenath doing some spirited demonstrations with the disc.
Looks like one of the coaches is going on to help resolve this. Can be helpful to have someone with a bit more experience, bit more knowledge of the rules to help players figure out what happened and what should happen to the disc next.
That's Coach Charles Patterson coming off a... Oh, retracted by the looks of things.
No call. The turn stands.
Yeah. Charles and the Flash Club coming off a fantastically run Tamaki Throwdown tournament.
Here we go, AXIOM moving the disc quickly.
Boomenath.
That's Boomenath. He looks deep.
He keeps
And
looking
it's
deep.
gone. It's up.
That's a lot of float. Oh,
Number
beautiful.
2 streaking down, trying to get a hand to it, but it's not to be. That's brought down by number 14, Bradley Moore.
Beautiful take, beautiful read.
Impressive distance on the throw from Boomenath. I thought Moore was definitely too far down the field to hit, but no, he makes it look easy.
If anything, could have gone up earlier. More just casually jogging at that last point.
And we did see number 2, Cromwell, from Flash, almost getting underneath that, which shows the danger in waiting too long to put it up. You give the defense time to catch up, but works in AXIOM's favour. Good reads and athleticism from the team.
Switching over to our female matchup points now, we have our formerly mystery player, now known as Katrina Santalan, with the pull. Flash's coach, Patterson, just giving them some last minute pointers before walking himself off field. Centerland with a hand up.
Flash, hand up, they're ready to go.
Here we go. And the pull's up. That's gorgeous.
Nice. Floating well.
Lots of distance.
Yeah, absolutely. Gets the brick mark. Number 69 quickly offloads and he's busting deep. He wants it. And it's up.
Oh.
Bit low. Almost brought down by Flash earlier on.
I think that was a pool play. I think that's they'd set up a dump truck.
Number 1 now, Scott Edwards with the disc.
Gets
it to Centerland.
Oh! Almost cleans it. But 66 just too much in the way.
Here we go. Flash now at about halfway.
Ivy Chang
It could be their chance to get a point on the board. Good hands by number 9. Finds 34.
I think that was 91, Miko and Bao.
Goes up, it's high, it's
Edwards
coming
wants to
down.
say no.
Oh, but it's safely in the hands of Flash player. That was a good read. Just put herself directly underneath as it was coming down. Can we see her number and get a name?
Oh, her team's hype about it. Look at those pool noodles.
Fantastic to see Flash celebrating this point. This is the energy boost they need to keep their heads in the game. Big cheers of we're back in it from Flash.
The pool noodles are going and the comeback train's chewing.
Let's look at this again. He looks deep. That's number 34 putting it beautifully over the head of Scott Edwards to be caught. Second point for Flash. The
Number 90.
Nerese Hansen with the catch.
Fantastic read.
Thrown by Ellen Belladraff. And looks like a timeout's been called. Didn't see if that was from AXIOM or Flash. Could be AXIOM trying to stop Flash's energy and momentum.
That's smart play, honestly, and with a slim roster like AXIOM has, you can see why they might, in this situation, call it to try and derail that energy, but also compose themselves before the next point.
Exactly. Still, if this is the start of a Flash comeback train, this could make a very exciting game. Little cheer from AXIOM, just keeping themselves focused.
The cheer is calm, and that's likely what we're going to see on field.
Flash looks like it's number 2 talking to his team.
That's Cromwell Pelican.
We've seen some fantastic defense from him. He's definitely a key player on that Flash side.
Great spatial awareness.
AXIOM's on the line. They're looking ready to go. Just waiting for Flash now.
How long are timeouts meant to be in the rules, Amelia?
Don't know about the rules for this tournament, but normally they're only a minute.
Oh, well, Flash looking to put their hands in and get a cheer on.
And that's a big cheer from Flash, just trying to keep their energy up. They'll have to come out now on defense, and if they want to get a turn, we know they're going to have to work hard and really put the pressure on AXIOM, because AXIOM have been looking very comfortable with the disc. They've got options. They know how to reset the disc. It's going to take a lot to get them to make a mistake.
AXIOM's handlers are very experienced, and you can see that on field. They aren't really ruffled by a zone. They aren't really ruffled by hard match defense so far. They are finding space all over the place, and in this amount of wind, why not?
Exactly. There's options under, there's options deep. It's very hard as a defender to take away both of those things. And AXIOM are dangerous in both. They've got good quick movement if they want to play it short and work in that under space, or they can huck it.
Here we go. The pull is up. Number 76 sends it.
Good pull, gets over halfway.
Zithambara. It looks like Lucas Tay picking up the disc.
Finds
Sends it to
Kisa in
Kisa.
lots of space.
Oh,
She
sends
hucks it. It's low.
Oh,
Oh, and despite a layout bid by 21, it just was not enough.
I believe that's Hayes. We've seen her do a lot of work on offense.
Here we go. Flash moving it now.
Sends
It's
it.
up.
It's high.
It's coming down.
Oh.
And who's underneath it?
Oh.
63 was underneath. Oh, a foul's been called on the throw. Uncontested. It's going to go back to the thrower, number 42, if his shorts match his shirt.
Sam Schwartz. With Lucas Tay on mark.
Here we go. Flash looking a little scattered across the field. That's going to limit their options. They'll need to come back into a kind of clean stack and give themselves lots of space if they want to keep using those deeps.
Varel is setting the stack from the start.
Finds 63.
Looking.
Finds
Beautiful.
98. That's good work.
Oh,
They
just
try
in
to
front.
thread it through in quick movement. The disc just doesn't sit up for long enough.
A knee slide layout's not going to do it. You've got to go hands first. Nice attempt. Edwards with the disc.
Here we
looking downfield.
go.
Big swing to Lucas Tay. Big.
Interesting defense from Flash. They had number 42, Sam Schwartz, in the middle poaching. Now he's come back to put pressure on that handler.
I think that was a little travel call as Lucas Tay had a little bit of a stumble on the catch.
Disc goes
Interesting.
up, finds space. Back to number 17, back to Tay.
Looking downfield.
Goes up
Edwards.
the line.
Oh, send
and
it.
Scott Edwards
Oh,
puts
no.
it.
Oh,
But it's
just
not going to come back in.
fades out the sideline. He just had a little bit too much inside out on that one, and it ends up in the playground.
Good vision, though. There was someone streaking deep to that corner of the end zone.
The disc will come in where it crossed the boundary line of the field. So players are shuffling down to sort of make space for their team.
Here we go. Disc is in. It's number 76 with the disc.
With Victoria King
Finds
on
space
defense.
in the middle. That's Sam Schwartz. Finds 32 and lots of space.
Oh, Tay
great
gets a hand.
hands.
Tay looking to
And
get
it goes
bookends.
up.
Let's go, buddy.
Everyone's underneath.
Oh, no. Oh my
Blake
gosh.
Knighton
Sky, your own player.
bringing it down over number 20.
Victoria King, unlucky. Getting skied by her own teammate there. She had beautiful space, boxed, read it, but
As we say, you can't teach height. Sometimes players just have lanky, tall arms that are going to pluck the disc from higher than you can jump.
can't teach tall, that's true. If only.
What a good D by Tay as well. Just seeing the Flash looking to offload it back to the handler and getting a hand in between.
Oh, King had a beautiful box on. Beautiful space, read it perfectly. She's got her library card. Knighton comes in also with a library card though. They've both been making some excellent plays downfield and just both of them finding good space and just in this one instance finding the same space.
Here we go. Axiom 9-2 up.
Looks like Boomernath with the pull. Giving some very spirited directions to his team.
It does look like Flash have been finding some quick movement around Axiom's defense, but occasionally trying to go for a pass that's not there, getting a bit rushed and mistakes are being made. So if they can keep the movement but slow it down, make sure they're taking sensible options, they could have a real shot at getting more points on the board.
I think as some of their coaches have said, it is in general just a little bit of that experience that's making things hard for them.
Number 69 runs through, gets the disc, and he
Sends
puts
it.
it. It's short, it's a
Bowman
bit
says no.
low.
Sends it straight back to our mystery,
That's
formerly mystery player.
Flash adapting,
Oh,
it's up,
sends
it's
it.
high.
Surely McGrath. Surely. Oh, no. Number 14 comes
Axiom
through
brings
with a
it
snag.
down. And they send it through to a mine in the end zone.
That's
She's
more to a
delighted
mine.
with that.
What a read from Moore. Originally didn't have position on that disc coming down, but swoops in, gets it at the peak of his jump. Let's see it again. Here we go. It's up. McGrath with good position. Moore sneaks in, snags it.
And there we go. That's a mine realizing she's totally free.
Streaking into the zone.
Gets it high, brings it down.
That's a big hug from number 0, Dominic Sanikis.
Good communication, actually. You see him fake, getting his defense onto the side of him opposite to where he wants to throw, but also telling his player where he wants to throw to.
Typically on field, when a handler is faking at a certain player, they're essentially saying, I can't quite throw it to you there, I want you to move somewhere else. And that's exactly what happened in this situation. He was saying, my defense is between you and me currently, but there's all this acres of space out this side. Off you go, and here we are.
Boomenath with the pull again.
Hand is up, here we go. Lots aloft.
It's a bit high, comes back a little bit.
Just caught a bit of a frontward edge in that direction.
Here we go, we've got the Axiom zone. Once again,
It's been very effective.
modified arrowhead, I'd say, with quite flat. Flash look like they're going to try and beat it by having only 2 handlers back and putting more people in the middle of the field.
Ooh.
Finds number 90. What a shot over the top. Push pass back to the middle. Breaks it through a hole, but it's gone high. Brought down by Flash. He looks deep. He puts
sends
it. Oh, tip. Oh.
So many hands to that disc. Boomenath says
Once
absolutely
again,
not.
seeing
Sends it.
Santicus, good awareness getting up there. Finds Knighton in the deep space.
Sends it straight back to Santalan.
Santalin finds 21 on the
That's
side.
Hayes. Looking back for Santalan.
This is
Beautiful.
good patient movement by Axiom, resetting it between the handlers, letting their downfield get ready. Oh, what a break! Floats it into space. Unfortunately, number 23 not quite able to get there this time.
3 Axiom players within about a couple of meters of that disc where it landed, but just not enough gas to get there. It is hot out, and I'm not surprised that there's a little bit... What a dive!
Oh, brilliant stuff. I think that's Sam Schwartz.
Oh, it looks like he got up to run, and he's down. All we've heard from the field is, that's not good.
Oh, he's hopping off,
Getting his
getting some help from a
teammate to give him a
teammate.
bit of a shoulder to lean on to get off.
Look at that dive, though. Fantastic stuff. Dedication to keeping the disc alive.
Oh, you hate to see it, especially first game of day 2. Still 2 more games for these both these teams, just to see where their final places end up. Disc is now in. Oh, right
Over the top.
Beautiful.
Good
nice
read
vision.
by Flash.
Centering.
They've still only got 2 handlers back. Find space on the sideline.
Looks
They've
like
got someone free. They've got 2 people in the middle. One of them's going to be free if they
Oh,
time
straight
it.
into the hands of Santalin. She says no. What good positioning.
Swings. Sandkiss. Finds someone in the middle. That's another point on the board for Axiom. Number 23 with the score there. Chris Rapson.
Timeout has been called.
I have to say, looking back at that point, I really liked the break throw going inside out, kind of putting the disc into space. I think it was Santalin who did it. Could have been Hayes. but floating that disc out into space, into the corner of the end zone where no one was there, and just trusting her teammates to go and get it. And we saw that one of her teammates almost did. I think that's very smart play as a thrower, seeing where the space is, putting a disc there, and just telling your team, go get it.
To her credit, there were 3 players near it in the zone where it landed, and I think it was just maybe a little second too late in terms of them recognizing the good space.
Look at that dive again.
Oh, huge! Oh, he goes for the break on that little inside. Santalin reads him like a book, just sneaks in. I will say is that when you are a handler yourself, marking handlers in zones, you know where all the good, nice little spots that you want to throw the disc from are, and I think Santalin has that awareness, and she's working so well in the zone with her other single buddy. I think they've sort of got AXIOM do have an interesting zone. It's a bit junky. It's a bit matchy sometimes in some places. I think they're flexing a little bit between whether they're matching on handlers just in some situations though. So they're playing some very interesting, smart defense.
AXIOM ready to go. Flash still having a bit of a pep talk from Coach Melody Young.
The pool noodles aren't as active as I would like. I think that's something that they can improve on, and after this timeout, I want to see more noodles. Looks like number 33, Grace Taylor with the disc on AXIOM, ready for either for the pull or for something else. AXIOM, while they have done their cheer and they've essentially sorted themselves out, they are still doing it. Maybe looks like some tips from Edwards and Kisa Valenti.
Flash certainly taking the time in these timeouts, trying to regroup, get some focus on the field.
So
11-2. They took half at 7, so that means it's game to 13. So if AXIOM get the next 2, then they will have the game.
With the lean roster like AXIOM has, putting the game away as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible strategically is quite important for them. And I think that that's something that they should be thinking about for this game if they want to have the amount of energy that they're going to need for the next couple of games.
Absolutely. The longer you have in between the games, the more chance you've got to rest, recuperate, hydrate.
And just the less overall energy expended on field to score your points. That's just good ultimate.
Here we go. Flash now taking to the line.
And we've got Franich on the field for the first time. I saw her warming up earlier. Wasn't quite sure if she was one of the injured. Hope that if she is, she's looking after herself. We've got Varel with some pool noodle action on the sideline. Ready to go.
We love to see that energy and support for the team. It really helps when you're on field and you can hear your team cheering for you. It does make you run that little bit harder, try and get a little bit faster, and just keep your head in the game.
We've got Onbao on the other side of the field with pool noodles. They are in sync. I don't think you can see it on the cameras, but it's quite a show.
Here we go. Flash
Taylor
have a hand.
It's just over half and it's going to roll a little bit. Beautiful.
Just rolled over a little too much.
Pool noodles are going.
Here we go. We're seeing the AXIOM zone. Flash, only 2 handlers back. They're trying to find space in the middle. Threads it through. Good pick up by 32. Back to the handlers. Lost quite a few meters on that. We could have seen number 2 pushing up to avoid going as far backwards. Finds 43. Back to 2. He's looking deep. He sends it.
That's a fast disc.
Oh, just a little too fast for the 14-on-14 matchup to get there.
Amaran absolutely boosting it down.
That's great vision, though. I think if they tried it again, they could definitely, and adjusted the throw, it would definitely be one way to break the zone.
A little bit of love on that would have just put it right into his hands. Now it's the Amaran versus Tay matchup. Lucas Tay looking composed with the disc.
AXIOM have set up in a horizontal stack. That's going to give them space deep if they want to put a long shot up.
Good defense
Small
there.
one. Oh, and look!
Sends it. That's a big one.
That's huge. There's not a defender in sight. Brings it down nice and
A
safely.
little bit short of the zone. Could have put a bit more juice in that smoothie to get it there.
Finds Tay again.
Oh, sends
Threads
it
it
inside
through
out.
and a hand brings it down. Good
Beautiful work.
ultimate by AXIOM. Think that was number 20, Victoria King.
King and Hayes, two of the pivotal downfield players, I think, honestly, for AXIOM. They're doing some really good work there, finding space all over the place, making it difficult for that any sort of zone or match defense to shut them down. And I mean, as a handler, an experienced handler like Tay, it's just something that you love to see in your downfield. Someone just streaking deep, meters and meters free.
And really good discipline, actually, from the rest of the AXIOM team. Just staying in their stack, giving all that space to one player who had a mismatch, who could beat their defender and go deep, giving them lots of space, lots of options for the thrower to throw into it, and making sure all the other defenders were out of the way. Here we go, Coach Charles Patterson giving his team some tips. They really need to score this point if they want to keep the game going. We've got Katrina Santalan with the pull for AXIOM.
Hands are up. And she sends it.
Over
Bit past
halfway. Here we go, Flash, quick movement. They've got 3 handlers back this time, trying a different tactic to break the zone. Oh, that's good D by Edwards, really trying to assassinate that D, and it pays off. He gets a hand to it. AXIOM to pick up, he sends it
beautiful.
long. That's 85. Oh, it just goes to ground before he can get there.
Can't quite see where the line is on that side, but it looked close. I think that was Knighton looking for the grab. Seneca sending it. We've got Varel bringing it in. Immediately sends it down the middle. Beautiful vision.
Finds space. Flash is looking for their reset, looking a little flustered, but there's no one there.
Gesturing for help.
There we go, gets it off. Flash looking deep again.
Oh, he looked like he wanted to send it.
Good reset. Finds space again.
He wants it.
There we go, number 90 in acres of space. Oh, but it's the disc has just been overthrown.
Santalin cleans it up. Beautiful pass.
Teman.
Oh, just on the inside of 33 Taylor.
Here we go. Can Flash get it in this time? Giving themselves time to set up.
We've got Belladraff to pick it up. He's looking downfield.
Some movement
Sends
from
a
the
backhand. Beautiful.
Number 90's free under, but he can't get it. Oh, he does get it off.
On Bell sends it to 90. Which is Hansen.
Finds 98 at the sideline. Good reset, heading back towards the middle of the field. 34. He wants to
Sends
put it. He does.
Makes it twice.
But there's too many defenders there. The disc rolls over, doesn't quite get the height it needs.
I think he was looking for Hansen in the zone, but just put it just too much on the inside, the middle side of the field, rather than in front of her on the just down the line.
Yeah, it kind of just rolled over her head, and it's really hard to track a disc that's flying above you. You can't keep your eye on it. You don't know where it's going.
Yeah. Hansen matching up with Santalan. Santalan being a pivotal handler for AXIOM. She's always looking calm, cool, and composed with the disc. Oh, puts it just into the hands. Huge hop from Knighton. Moves it back. Back to Santalin. Oh, nice snag. Oh, tries to put it into the middle to Taylor, but just gets D'd by Varel. Excellent defense there.
Here we go. Flash about 2/3 of the way up the field. Fine space. That's beautiful. 91.
Balladraff making that throw. He's asking for the reset. Asking for
Looking
Excel.
for a reset. There's no one there. Good little reset behind.
Number 69 has been
Sprinted
bailing
through.
everyone out.
Goes underneath the hands of Sanicus, and that is a point for Flash. Number 34. With the score, that's Alan Balladraff
And
putting
Carl
in the
Tucker put
work.
it. Carl Tucker has been bailing people out in the handle line, left, right, and centre in that point. Love to see it, and he just puts that throw away beautifully. The pool noodles are dancing themselves off field.
Look at it. Some might say it's risky trying to thread it through that many players, but it comes off, and you can't argue with that.
Yeah, 98 Vicky Lee looking for a bailout. Finds Tucker. Sends it, just sneaking it through traffic. A risky bisky, some might say, but pays off in this instance.
Yeah. I mean, he obviously had good control of that disc, getting it slightly IO, nice and low, right into the hands of Balladraff.
He did know exactly what he wanted. You could tell. He was looking at that spot for at least a couple of seconds before he threw it. Probably communicating with his downfielder, making eye contact, being like, it's coming, buddy. It's going to happen.
Here we go, 12-3. Flash is going to need to put the work on defense if they want to keep the game going.
That's
This goes
McGrath
up.
sending it
Nice pull, good float, good distance.
into Edwards' hands. Into Valentini's hands.
Here we go, we're seeing that flash zone we saw at the start of the game. Oh, 47, almost with a touch to that.
And man back to Valentini.
Good job stopping.
Oh, beautiful
almost stops
inside.
the round.
Sends it back to Edwards.
AXIOM looking very comfortable. Oh, finds a hole in the middle.
What a grab.
King brings it down.
Beautiful grab from King. A little juggle. Edwards looking.
Finds space on the
Wraps him.
sideline.
Back to Edwards. Oh, to Aman. Beautiful throw. She's looking into the middle.
Here we go.
Looking backwards. And they're swinging again.
AXIOM are just
Wraps him.
so confident on these swings.
Edwards.
It's really making it hard for the zone.
He's
Edwards
looking
looks deep.
He's looking. Calms himself
Oh,
down.
nice gainer by
To
Valentini.
King. To Aman.
Finds a man.
Oh, she
It
wants
goes
it. She
high.
sends it. Oh!
Over the head of Flash.
Oh, that's just
Brought
heartbreaking
down
as
by
a defender.
Blake Knighton.
That's heartbreaking.
Game to AXIOM.
Pelican just gets fingertips to it, and it comes just off, and Knighton cleans it up, despite the fact that there's a heap of wobble on there. Let's see it again. Straight to Aman, looking deep. And initially fakes it. Initially says no, might be a bit risky, and then sends the bisky. Oh.
And good read by Knighton as well.
I mean, if this is the first tournament that a lot of these players on AXIOM have been playing together, it's really impressive to see those connections and that sort of trust that they have in their team. And I certainly wouldn't have guessed that this is the first time that they've been playing together, a bunch of them, because it's the synergy there is actually really, really strong. So fantastic for them to work that out really quickly, as we're only in the first game of day 2. And they're just putting games away, and we love to see it.
And actually playing really nice mixed ultimate, moving it through their whole team, using everyone and their skills and strengths. And amazing work by Flash as well. First nationals for all of these players. New team. Lots of people are really new to Frisbee, having only played tertiary ultimate champs before. Fantastic to see that they've got the drive, they've got the commitment, and they've come out here to play some more Frisbee.
Can't wait to see what they look like next year.
Absolutely. There's some real potential in that team. Thanks so much for watching. Ka kite, we'll see you next time.